Okay, who here hasn't been to space?
Why?
You better not throw up on my ship.
Approaching jump in 3, 2, 1.
So, Mark Hamill has come out and said that he is not wanting to return as the Joker. And he's not wanting to return as the Joker because Kevin Conroy has passed away, as we all know. That being the sad news that we received, I want to say last month. So with him being gone and with him, the passing of Kevin and everything like that, we are no longer going to have Mark Hamill as the Joker. As if you don't know, Mark Hamill voiced the Joker on the original Batman series. He voiced the Joker in some of the video games. He's voiced the Joker in a lot of the animated films. He voiced the Joker in the Batman Beyond, Joker Returns film, all those things. So he's not wanting to come back as the Joker without Kevin Conroy there, because the relationship that they had, he just said, without Kevin as Batman, it doesn't seem right for him to continue on as the Joker. And this is what Mark Hamill, kind of had to say about it. It says, throughout his journey as the Joker, Hamill has had one constant partner, Batman's voice actor. Oh, thank you so very much. From Rhymes, thank you so much. Just dropping some love while tuning in. Thanks for the content and keeping up the good work. P.S. Love your dogs as well. Hope he's good now. Thank you so much. It really means a lot. And thank you so much for the generous, and I do mean generous, super chat. Thank you so much. Yes, Capone is okay because I've had people. So I'll pause this before we go back into Mark Hamill. But people have been asking, how is Capone? Capone is fine. He's doing better. He has senior citizen food now. He cannot eat the regular food, but Capone's only 8. I say only because Capone's dad lived to be 16, and I want that for my baby, and I take very good care of Capone, so he's healthy. Every time we go to the vet, they always say he's fine, he's healthy. He was sick though. They thought maybe something was blocking his stomach, but it wasn't. Thank God nothing was blocking his stomach, because if it was, they were talking about a $3,000 surgery.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, oh my God. So I'm so glad that he's okay. That's my baby, man. I appreciate everybody for the kind words and things like that. I literally, that Friday, we came home from being at the vet all day, and I got my blankets, got on the floor with him, and I just laid with him, because I'm like, this is my baby.
Yeah.
That is my baby.
You guys know, Darius is not, an emotional person, and I felt kind of bad, but I didn't, because, I think every day for, 3 days, I was like, hey, you okay? Capone okay?
Yeah.
You guys see anything?
Yeah, it's my baby, man. Because
I just knew he was probably on the floor, just sleeping and laying with him, and I was like, oh.
So I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. And thank you guys for all the ones that have asked about him. I appreciate it. But yes, so like I said, Mark Hamill, this is what the article has to say here for Mark. It says, throughout his journey as the Joker, Hamill has had one constant partner, Batman voice actor Kevin Conroy. In speaking with Empire magazine, he reveals that he does not believe he will return as the Joker following the death of his longtime friend and collaborator. Batman the Animated Series, Conroy's version of Batman, was extremely important to the future of the character, bringing directly to mainstream audiences the most faithful adaptation of The Dark Knight from the comics. That is very true. Yeah. Perhaps to this day, the cartoon perfectly represented Gotham City, with the characters and storylines being so rich they would become the default traits of some iconic villains such as Mr. Freeze, Conroy's Batman, and Hamill's Joker carried the show, with their interactions being lauded to this day as the best representation of the character's dynamic. Sadly, Conroy passed last year after a battle with cancer. Check out an excerpt from the magazine below. This is what Hamill had to say. Hamill doubts whether he'll whether he'll ever take up the Joker mantle again with Conroy there to trade lines with. It was heading that way anyway, he says. They would call and say they want you to do the Joker, and my only question was, is Kevin Batman? If they said yes, I would say I'm in. We were like partners. We were like Laurel and Hardy without Kevin. There doesn't seem to be Batman for me.
Honestly, that's the sweetest thing I've ever heard.
I love Mark Hamill. I love Mark Hamill, and I love him as the Joker. And I hate to hear him say that. I understand why he says it, because that is his friend, and I agree with everything that article just said about Conroy's Batman and the elevation that it did for the Batman animated series, not just the animated series, but Batman in general. It was the series I grew up on after I moved to, or after it, I moved to Batman Beyond. So it was definitely, I enjoyed that series, and I enjoy Mark Hamill as the Joker. I think he is fantastic as the Joker. I think that his, not just his ability to, it's the way he portrays it. He's the Joker.
He is the Joker.
He is the way he portrays the Joker. He's the Joker, and the way he portrays him. I wanted to share this with you guys. This is he was on stage at Star Wars Celebration. They asked him about the Killing Joke, to where he did the monologue for it, and it was great, fucking phenomenal.
Here's a quote from Killing Joke. Memory's so treacherous. One moment you're lost in a carnival of delights, with the poignant childhood aromas, the flashing neon of puberty, all that sentimental candy floss. The next, it leads you somewhere you don't want to go, somewhere dark and cold and filled with the damp, ambiguous shapes of things you'd hope were forgotten. Memories can be vile, repulsive little brutes. Like children, I suppose.
Thank you.
Fucking brilliant, bro. He is the Joker. It's brilliant. He is the greatest of all time when it comes to his portrayal of the Joker. The way I loved it. Like, and the Joker, honestly, I don't know if I've shared this before. There's my guy. There's Darth Vader. And then there's the Joker. Yeah. But the Joker is my all-time favorite villain. He is my all-time favorite. It goes Joker, Vader.
Yeah.
But the Joker is my all-time favorite villain just because sometimes motherfuckers are crazy just because they're crazy.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, I love villains that have that whole motivation as to why they're doing their way they're doing. But even more, I love villains that are just villains just because they're villains.
I think it makes it more realistic.
Yes.
Because it's like, anyone can be like that.
Yeah.
Anyone can just be crazy just to be crazy. There's literally people out there who are like that. So I just think it just hits home and it's more realistic. Mm-hmm. So then, I don't know, you can either feel like you're the Joker in your story or the Batman in your story. And I'm going to tell you, some days I'm feeling a little Joker.
and the way that and like I said, the way he does it, like, just wanting to be where Batman is. Joker doesn't have an agenda.
No.
Like he said, do I look like a guy with a plan?
I think that's what makes it so chaotic. It's like organized chaos, really, in a way. It's
yeah,
like
that's literally lines from The Dark Knight, like chaos. Like he does the things he does purely. Like he told what did he tell Batman? He said, you and we're meant to do this around and around for all time.
For all time.
You know, and even in the Killing Joke, he got Batman to laugh for the first time.
Well,
you see Batman laugh
at there like a moment in Dark Knight 2 when he's just like, I can't have, like, there is no me without you.
Yeah. He's like, you complete me.
Yeah,
that's what he said to him. And I'm like, yeah, bro, like, you do. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love the Joker. So I'm hurt that Mark Hamill is not going to continue on as the Joker, but I definitely understand why he's not continuing on as the Joker.
I mean, in a way, I kind of respect it.
Yes, I definitely respect it. I respect it.
I don't necessarily love it, but I respect it.
Yeah, I respect him not, respecting his friend and Kevin Conroy, and that will never be replaced as Batman ever. Just as Mark Hamill can never be replaced as the Joker ever.
Exactly.
I think he is the GOAT. I think that he brought something different to the character, just like Heath Ledger brought something different, just like Joaquin Phoenix brought something different. This is why it's important to recast characters, so that you can see different portrayals of these individuals, so that you can see so many different things. Like, when we got, everybody will tell you, I will tell you, before I end this topic, I will say, Heath Ledger for me is my Joker. Like he my live action Joker. Mark Hamill is my voice Joker. But I see how I can give you differences, and like I love this about Mark's, I love this about Heath's, I love this about Joaquin Phoenix's. I can give you different perspectives of different Jokers. Whereas this is just why it's important for characters to be recast, because they're supposed to outlive generation after generation after generation. When Mark Hamill was voicing the Joker on the Batman animated series, that was in the early 90s.
Right.
Like early 90s, late 80s, I believe, maybe. I think that was when it was. Late 80s, early 90s is when that show started. So think about where he was. He was still doing Star Wars at that time. He was younger, you know, at that time, things like that. And he's still voicing the Joker. We've seen him. We've seen Heath. We've seen Joaquin. We've seen Jared. And every single one of them have brought something different
to the table.
Of the Joker.
To say, you know, Mark leaving Joker probably gives them an opportunity to open up a new world for Joker and Batman with somebody different. You know,
you're giving someone else the opportunity to cut their teeth on a role that is going to outlive that person, going to outlive that next person, and the next person, because these characters are immortal. So I'm upset that Mark Hamill's not continuing on, but that does not mean that the Joker is not going to continue on. The Joker's going to continue on. Mark Hamill, his rendition of the Joker has just come to an end. And I, again, sad by it, but after showing that clip, you can understand why I'm sad, because the man's brilliant. Man's brilliant.
I still get goosebumps.
Yeah, bro.
Goosebumps.
As always, question is for you guys. Let us know down below in the comments what you guys are thinking of Mark Hamill exiting as the Joker, with him not going to be portraying the Joker anymore due to Kevin Conroy's passing last year. With Kevin Conroy's passing, Mark Hamill has said to himself, without Kevin's Batman, there doesn't seem to be a place for me as the Joker. And I do respect it. I'm just sad about it. But again, let us know in the comments what you guys are thinking about that.